Ladies and gentlemen, it is our vacant WBC light flyweight title on the line. Make some noise, Melbourne! One, 12 by 3-minute rounds for the vacant WBC flyweight champion of the world.
Welcome to center ring, gentlemen. Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Remember, shake hands before you come on fighting for the last round. Shake hands now. Go back to your corners. Come on fighting at the bell. And may the best man win. Good luck to both you fighters. Shake hands.
Petalcorin from the Philippines taking on the now Aussie-adopted Kimweri from the Dave Hegarty gym.
Round one.
Here we go, boys. Expect fireworks in this one. We're going to see some speed in this.
Yeah, this is a fight I've been waiting for. It's going to be exciting. We've seen Kimweri fight a lot here in Australia. He's a great mover, very, very slick. But what I've heard is that the Petalcorin, he is just a superstar, and he just keeps punching. He punches from angles everywhere.
As you'd expect.
Omari.
Kimweri going in hard.
Omari coming in strong.
And fast. Once again, we've got an orthodox versus a southpaw. I've seen a few of these matchups this evening on this card. Just in men 4 times the size of these gentlemen.
Randy keeping his composure, though, after that flurry that Omari just threw at him. He knows he's got a long night ahead of him, so he don't want to burn himself out too quick.
That's right. And, you know, Kimweri's been talking it up. He's been wanting this fight big time.
Huge opportunity. WBC title, one of the most coveted title belts in all of boxing.
Big right hand, left hook by Kimweri.
A lot of respect being shown here.
Yeah, both boys just checking each other out, just seeing what they got. One thing about the little boys, though, they get into it, don't they?
The RPM is in the red the whole thing. That's the whole way around.
Talking 12 rounds of 3 minutes. Championship rounds. Nice. Double, triple jab up high and then down to the body, changing level as well. Just a slip on the Ultra Tune logo in center ring, and a big thank you to Sean Buckley and all the team at Ultra Tune for their support of this event.
I might fire a couple of things up there because Randy's hands were on the ground and he got hit on the side of the head.
Randy Petalcorin from the Philippines. Peter Maniatis really putting big raps on this young man. Saying,
straight left hand.
And that is why. Just a slip.
Referee's calling it a slip.
But how quick is he to get into the neutral corner? Slip. Randy again stalking forward.
Don't hang in there.
I was talking to Mick Hargraves before. He's been training at Box Fit, Jimmy Port Melbourne, and like, you know, just blazing there.
Yeah.
Can really punch.
Mickey Hargraves, one of the best in the business. Speaking of best in the business, this production brought to you by the best in the business, Paris Productions. A big shout out to Paris, sitting in the van there, pressing the buttons, pulling the levers. There it is, round 1. This Mark the Hammer Castanini, and joining me is the champ Julian Holland and Jose Lopez, calling all the shots for you in this WBC Championship fight. Greatness is calling for one of these men. Who will it be?
Omari coming out, letting go, all guns blazers. But
he's throwing wild. He's throwing wild punches, though, and a lot of it's missing. That's going to affect him later in the rounds if he continues at this pace.
Wasted a bit of wasted energy.
Absolutely.
I
think he needs to calm down, keep his composure, and pick his shots. Switching to southpaw here.
Something different now. Kimweri switching to southpaw, gets down really low, clinches up, uppercut on the break. With the For mine, with changing stance, though, do you tend to lose power from your preferred side, however? You may win the strategic fight, but do you lose the power battle?
I think you would, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Nice step through left, the lead hook there.
Omari acknowledges this, saying no, but to me that tells me it affected him.
Clubbing left hand.
Break, Lynn. Break, Lynn. Break. When I say break, you must step back. Don't use your shoulder. Okay, box.
Omari looks a little frustrated here.
Local lad, the Kimweri brother. Big support for him here. What a stellar matchup it is that Rome Armatruda has brought to the Palace of Boxing, the Melbourne Pavilion. Once again hosting the great fight. The Pavilion, the Melbourne Pavilion really has turned into the mecca of boxing, hasn't it, gentlemen? It's just such a prize, you know, stadium for boxing, and it's hosted so many great battles.
Well, it definitely is. It used to be Festival Hall, you know. Now
yeah,
it's changed to this.
Now it is the Melbourne Pavilion.
What a good venue, and credit to Brian Armatrudas and his team.
Well, Brian built this purpose-built facility to host events just like this fight we're seeing now.
Beautiful jab by Randy.
World-class athletes.
He's finding the home for it. Oh, with the straight left.
Straight into the chest. Petalcorin landing solid shots. His placement and distance is pretty on.
Yeah, one thing, he's not wasting energy, is he?
No, he's not.
He's not.
His shots are well picked, well chosen. Not a lot of wild throwing.
And they're straight. They're not wild.
Look at that. Oh, on the bell. Well, a little bit of controversy.
We got to fight. We got to fight, gentlemen.
A little bit of controversy to finish. The second was right on the knocker. Absolute gentleman he is in centre ring. Right on the front foot again, Randy Petalcorin. Oh, big shots, Kimweri, big shots.
Definitely fired him up. He wants to just bring it on, Kimweri.
Oh, beautiful angle cutting by Petalcorin.
Nice footwork. Have a look at the footwork and movement.
Oh, beautiful left, straight left.
World-class athletes.
You know, Omari's a seasoned vet. He needs to know you're in a title fight here for 12 rounds. Slow it down a little bit. Let's not swing at the air too much. You know, let's keep it simple. Let's find the target right.
Definitely in the early rounds.
You're out three. Don't hang in there. Break. When I say break, step back. Don't force his head down.
I'd say Kimweri really rates his power, and he's really just trying to let Petalcorin feel that power. He obviously hits hard for his weight.
I think Petalcorin's got the better knockout record, yeah?
Yeah. All on the boxing rec stats.
See, that's...
Box.
Boxing rec rates Randy Petalcorin 23 wins with 18 KOs. That's a pretty solid record for mine.
That to me says accuracy.
Yeah.
Omari, he wants to make it a dogfight.
Yeah.
But Randy's not biting into it. He's like, I'm going to box you.
And that's probably their game plan. They've come in there, and that's the only way you beat the guy like this.
In the big right hook from Kimweri.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful right hook, straight left. Oh.
Needs to get his guard, close his guard up a little.
Good exchange by the two.
Yeah, on the swing, he gets a little bit loose in the guard, Kimweri.
Yeah.
And that worries me a bit, because you can see Petalcorin just waiting for,
really
that guard to drop, to look for accuracy on something there.
Really loads that left-hander.
The one thing I will say with Kimweri's circles well, he's staying away from the power hand nicely, stepping to his left continually, staying away from the big left hand.
Beautiful use of the jab by Petalcorin. I like what Randy's doing. You know, when they're finding themselves in the center, he's moving his head. He's not just standing there like a sitting duck. He's moving his head and then picking his jab spots.
Yeah, obviously, keep moving the.
Oh! That was. And this fight, 3 down, 12 to go.
Desperately trying to get the hooks in Kimweri.
4.
Seems like he's not dropping the knuckle though. He seems to be slapping a little bit, Kimweri.
You'd like to see him hit with a bit more of the front of the glove.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't hold. Break clean, don't punch. Break clean, don't punch. Box.
Omari's got to be careful. There's been about 4 or 5 already verbal warnings. He might get a point taken away from him if he continues this.
He's got that rear left hand. He's got a really correct and tight guard. He's Randy Petalcorin, hasn't he? He's nice and he's nice and disciplined in his stance and his movement. Textbook stuff.
When he's moving up, he's always tick-tocking, just changing the angles, Trying to make the other guy miss and trying to make the other guy hesitate so he can let his shots go.
Right.
Good feinting and faking movement. Steps in nicely to break distance as well. Petalcorin, but I tell you what, if you're going to score aggression, you've got to go all the way of Kimweri, because he's right on the front foot, wanting to trade it up at every opportunity.
He's really bringing the fight to tonight, isn't he?
He's keeping the pressure up.
One thing I like about Petalcorin, he's keeping the centre of the ring, and he's making Kimweri work around. That's going to tell him to lay around.
Yeah,
for sure.
Making him work the flanks, making him employ lateral movement. And Kimweri gets in the centre. Petalcorin again. Looking very relaxed. Nice snappy jab. Have a look at the speed off that lead hand of the Filipino. He's got lightning fast lead hand. Again, just probes with that jab. Looks to close distance. Changing levels, moving head.
Oh, beautiful
nice.
right hook.
And that
landed right on the dot on Petalcorin.
That is the shot that Kimweri's been waiting for. He's been waiting to throw that shot. You can see they've drilled it, and he's just trying to put it to bed. Kimweri now again steps through with that clubbing right. He actually looks a lot more comfortable. We were talking about the natural power base you have in your original stance, and now that Kimweri's gone back to orthodox, he looks to be landing with a lot more substantial power, Julian.
Yeah. Kim.
Round 5.
Round number 5 of 12 for the WBC flyweight title.
Circling the right way, Kimweri, and stepping through. He steps left and then throws right. Good work from him.
One thing, Randy, is that when you fight someone that's winging punches in and they're not coming straight, sometimes they hit you more than guys that actually punch them straight, like the correct guys.
Right. I think what Petalcorin needs to do is that when he comes in wild like that, is start getting comfortable throwing that 1-2 down the middle and throwing them in pairs, 1-2, 1-2s. Yeah.
One thing I do rate on Petalcorin, Jose, and you love this, he's got that beautiful snappy jab. He really measures well with it. He pops it out beautifully and rolls off the hip with his rear side nicely as well when he goes for the 1-2.
I want to see him follow it up though with more with the straight right.
Yeah. Kimweri now lunging in. And he changes back now. He is switch hitting now.
Got hit with 2 jabs in a row.
But this is, I think this is where he looks a little bit uncomfortable when he goes into that southpaw stance. Staying in orthodox is where he's getting the dividends. Step left, throw right for him. Once again, centering on the Ultra Tune logo.
Good combination by Petalcorin.
Oh, big left hand.
Oh, they tried to
giving him a taste of his own medicine there.
Trading up punches, fast and furious.
But is that what Randy wants to do, though? Does he want to play the same game that Omari is?
Just above our commentary position, they mix it up yet again.
Box.
But, you know, Filipinos, they love mixing it up.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I don't think he minds it.
Down really low now.
Petalcorin. Don't force his head back. Don't force his head down. Okay, box.
Good of a jab. Good jab.
Steps back. Good head movement off the jab too. Leans in, leans out. Good base. Good upper body movement. The 1-2 not coming off for him there. The jab setting up everything nicely. But Kimweri just coming on the inside of that rear hand. Once again, jabbing himself, Kimweri, and then changing levels nicely. Sitting down on the jab and then rolling on the cross when he gets the opportunity. Bang! There goes that rear hand.
Good counter fighting so far by Randy as well too.
Moving well, and they're keeping up a fairly good pace as well. WBC Championship on the line. And you know what? The guys are fighting like...
Number 6, WBC Silver. Title on the line.
As we're heading into the halfway mark of this championship bout. Once again, brought to you by tonight's promoter, Brian Armatruda, and of course, major sponsor, Ultra Tune, Sean Buckley and the crew.
Julian Holland and American Jose Lopez here.
Popping out the jab, measuring the 1-2. That's Kimweri circling around a little bit on the back foot. A little more composed now. Now he's hitting with turning the knuckles just that little bit more, Julian. Yeah. Maybe Dave Hegarty's given him that instruction in the break. Wanting him to land that clean shot through, obviously through the shoulder, elbow, and then knuckle. Roll it right through, nice and straight. Get your body right behind it, rather than have that slapping motion. Generate the maximum power you can. Here they go in the red corner.
He's hit Petalcorin with a couple of right hand, left hooks.
Watch your heads. Watch your heads.
Petalcorin gets down nice and low.
Don't force his head down.
Center referee Malcolm Bullnut warns the guys not to pull or push down on the opponent's head. Petalcorin again, just up on the lead foot. Sitting down on the jab nicely. Again,
nice.
Look at that, good stiff left hand.
He followed it with the straight right left as well.
Yeah, big stiff right hand, obviously.
Don't punch, come on. Keep your head up. Box.
And I think as he has success with that lead right hand, Petalcorin is going to go to it more and more, and that may phase Kimweri and just break his rhythm a little bit, gentlemen.
Yeah, I want to see him try to double it up now, the jab.
Yeah, definitely. But and Kimweri, he's still the busier fighter. He's throwing more punches.
As we look at these two fighters, Julian, firstly from you, do you see any openings, first of all, on Kimweri or on Petalcorin? Is there anything in the makeup of their fighting style that you'd say is that there's an opportunity there for the opponent to take advantage of?
Well, I think when with Kimweri, the way he comes in, letting go and really roundhouse shots, you just got to give yourself room. You're always going to bring him onto those shots when he's coming and lunging forward.
Watch his heads.
Petalcorin, I think, is quite nice. He does everything beautiful.
Not too many weaknesses for him. And yourself, Jose?
Yeah, I agree with Julian for sure. The way Kimweri's coming in, throwing all these Hail Mary punches, a lot of them, if you see, are forearm lands, which could be highly effective as well.
Yeah, definitely. You catch a forearm across the neck, it's going to rattle you up, you know. Yeah. And swinging the whole body behind it.
A lot of it knocks you off balance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I
that's a
huge left hand by Randy.
Kimweri's in trouble now.
That was a shot.
Kimweri's wobbling.
Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. Huge shot.
Just wish for another few seconds.
Kimweri's walked straight out and wanting to get it on.
Will he go to the same tactic again, Petalcorin?
Don't hang in there. Break! No. Give me your gloves.
Will he go to the same tactic again?
Box.
Sets up again the 1-2.
Don't hang in there. Don't wrestle. Don't wrestle.
Well, I think he seems to be a little bit hurt still.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why he's trying to grab on and wrestle him. He's hurt. He's looking for the clinch.
I think the hold on is.
And I think Randy knows it. That's why he's coming in hard for it.
Oh, big shot, big shot.
That's a knockdown. You got to count that a knockdown. He was sitting on the ropes.
He was definitely sitting
on the ropes. That's a knockdown.
Put a count on you. Okay.
Lucky not to get a count then, Jose. Was Kimweri. He definitely had a bit of a sit down on the right.
Big right hand.
He gets down really low. Kimweri again.
He's hurt.
In the blue corner.
He's hurt.
Going to work. Petalcorin.
Petalcorin, he's smelling the blood now. He's coming forward now.
Pressure all the way from the Filipino fighter. And geez, he looks fresh too.
Oh, huge straight left.
Oh, big left hook back from Kimweri.
Just when you think
Omari come back here.
Kimweri throwing the big shots, the big bombs. They traded up in the red corner.
Did Petalcorin gas himself out by all those flurries?
Kimweri now just energized by the crowd energy, by the support here, willing him on. Petalcorin. The clubbing right hand.
That right
Kimweri.
hand, it's working all the time.
The
big bolo over the overhand right.
He's
Crowd getting behind Kimweri.
Stepping left, throwing right, Kimweri. And you know what? I reckon he's shaken off that the fatigue of that earlier knockdown, or sort of flurry that had him sitting on the bottom rope.
Oh,
Here he
huge
comes again.
left hook.
Kimweri again. How big is this man's heart?
Oh.
Omari Kimweri.
Huge right hook.
Great shot.
Boom goes the right hand from Omari
Step back.
Kimweri.
Box.
Petalcorin needs to think about clinching up a little bit here, try to regain his composure.
And every shot he lands, Kimweri, that is flush, is gonna just give him that little bit of energy he needs.
Oh, huge.
Aggression.
Watch your head.
Omari Kimweri.
Watch your head when you're getting close.
Kimweri's making this into a dogfight.
Randy Petalcorin
And it's working for him.
It is.
gets back to just trying to box it out. Sit behind that lead jab. Sit down on the lead jab and just set up that rear left hand. Is it going to come for him?
Break clean, don't punch.
Wear down, just a wear down in the clinch there.
Both in the center of the ring here. Petalcorin taking more control of it, keeping the center. Huge right hand by Omari.
One thing is Kimweri's getting off first.
Yeah.
And Petalcorin is letting him get off first.
You're right.
And that's what's happening.
You're right.
Beating him to the punch.
Sometimes in these fights, it's that close. It just comes down to who wants it more. You know, who's going to take the damage, shake it off, and come back harder and stronger. And I tell you what, Kimweri's showing that at the moment. The boxing skill.
Oh, straight left hand by Randy. This is what happened the last round. Randy was winning the beginning, and then Kimweri will come back in the end.
Break, don't punch. Box.
Movement now, the head movement not as major or as crisp as it was in the earlier rounds, but nevertheless still there from both men. They set again, jostling for position with the feet, looking to get the range with the hands. Down to the body, up to the head goes Kimweri. Petalcorin looks to shut the gap down. He's going to pump that lead hand out again.
I want to see more jabs from Randy here. He's just hanging out there.
He's
in range.
You always want to see more jabs, Jose.
Got to set it up.
Just Just pause at the lead glove of Kimweri. There's Petalcorin. Looks to set the foot. Not really throwing any uppercuts. It's all just straight down the tube. The uppercut was there, or has been there on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, Omari seems to be getting under him a little bit. Those big left hands.
Yeah, Kimweri's probably having more thought of using the uppercut in the inside. Dave Hegarty getting real vocal in the blue corner. Petalcorin just pokes out the jab again, looks to set the 1-2. Just chasing Kimweri down. Kimweri backing up, and then will blast forward. His strategy will go back until he's comfortable. He'll step left, throw right like that.
Keep working.
Oh, huge combination there.
It's caught again, down to the body, up to the head. Bit of a head clash. As Kimweri came off the ropes then.
Kimweri just manhandles him back in the corner.
You know, Petalcorin definitely trains with the 10-time world champion Manny Pacquiao. They both got the same legs there, huh? Yeah.
Like to see, you see the stance there of Kimweri. He has
left hand in there.
Yeah. And the left hand, the lead hand being on the chest or the belly, is a lot more predictable to see it come off and out. You know, you look at the opposing stances here. Now you see Petalcorin, both hands up, elbows in tight guard. And this is really the stance for me, and the hand placement and setup that leads to a lot more linear, fast movement in and out as well. Once again, he circles left, looks to throw that right hand, Kimweri.
One thing Petalcorin doesn't want to do is follow Kimweri around. He's got to cut that ring off.
Yeah, he's got to step with his right foot out.
Now he's cutting it off.
Oh, huge right hook by Kimweri.
Kimweri step left, throw right. So he steps out and then lets that right go, but sort of still catching not the front of the glove when he throws it.
Malcolm Burner getting his work in tonight.
He is.
Keep working. Come on, get on free.
Don't inside.
Hold. Don't hang. Don't hold. Box.
Keeping him busy on the inside. The 1-2. Petalcorin tries to shut down the distance. Offensive defense from him.
Petalcorin telling him, let's go.
Make a lot of backward moving now, starting to really use the perimeter of the ring.
Keep working.
Kimweri.
Our current scores: Kimweri 78-74. Kimweri 77-75. Kimweri 75-73.
Don't punch. Box.
Wow. Their scores 3 rounds to Kimweri.
Once again, 78-74, 77-75, 75-73, all in favour of Omari Kimweri.
Well, Kimweri, the judges are scoring, obviously, aggression quite highly.
Box. Okay, break, clean, break. Box.
Again, looks to set and reaches long with that jab. Petalcorin. Oh, the big hook, Kimweri.
Got a slip.
Step back.
Kimweri, once again, going back to the southpaw, I think he needs to stay orthodox. He's finding a lot of more success there.
Yeah, we said
there
that
he goes.
earlier.
As I said, he goes back.
Yeah, I think he's got the most power when he's in orthodox stance. Omari Kimweri.
Oh, huge right hook.
But again, he's just getting off first.
Yeah.
Time.
Yep.
Get in the later rounds.
It's going to be interesting now that we know the scores that have been read out, what the corner have said of Petalcorin, and what he's going to do if he's going to come out and let go.
Now the scores are read. He's just got to go for it now.
Break.
The Filipino fighter.
Don't push.
Randy Petalcorin. Technically very well put together. Nice mover. The southpaw. He's had some luck earlier landing that straight left hand.
Don't punch. Bring up.
Kimweri's now sort of onto it, gentlemen, and I feel he's looking for that counter throw right.
Yeah, he seems very comfortable there right now, huh? After these past few rounds being successful. Yeah, going back to what Julian was saying, he's definitely coming out first, and he's finding success there.
The 1-2. Again, he'll just get comfortable against the ropes, look to turn out.
Step back, don't push. Box. Break.
1-2 follow through into the clinch. Hitting off the clinch.
I'm going to take a point off you for punching off the break. 1 point off.
1 point taken away from Kimweri
1 point
after
off
many
on the
verbal
break.
warnings.
1 point off.
That's huge. That can affect it for the decision later on in the fight.
It's certainly going to make it interesting now. Also, it's the psychological distraction as well, Julian, that will be into play now from Kimweri. He's going to start to worry about that point. What's going through his mind now is, how's it affecting me? You know, what's happening with the scorecards? It can detract from his focus on this fight, Kimweri.
But that was his game plan. He's come in to bulldog Petalcorin and rough him up and all that. And you know what? If that's part of it, he's still got to keep doing that.
Yes, he does. He just needs to control himself on the breaks.
Yeah.
Not get penalized for something silly.
Moving and slipping nicely, Omari Kimweri, but still stalking forward and keeping the pressure on Randy Petalcorin.
Break, stop, don't punch, step back.
Now everyone's listening to Malcolm Bullner. He is not shy to take a point off, let me tell you.
Petalcorin needs to start looking to score in here.
Oh, good body shot.
Under the body.
Keep
Ties
walking,
him up.
break clean, step back, don't punch, don't push. Box.
One thing for the kids at home.
The 1-2, the 1-2.
Huge 1-2 down the middle from Randy.
Yeah, Randy Petalcorin got those 1-2 through nicely. And again keeps the pressure on. The big swing and miss. Sorry, Julian, you're just about to say.
I was just saying, one thing for the kids at home is when the when the head's moving, the body doesn't. So if you punch through to the chest, you're always going to hit it.
Go straight to the biggest target. Take aim at the biggest target. Nail it.
Time.
In the corner, like a pit crew, will prepare their charge. Ready for round 11. Certainly the pressure on Randy Petalcorin now to do something, and do something substantial, Jose.
Correct, yeah. Oh, getting caught with a huge combination there. Yeah, you're right, Hammer. Randy needs to start coming more aggressive and letting those combinations pop more.
And going first.
Exactly, exactly.
Break clean, step back, don't punch.
You're right, he needs to start being first.
Stepping outside. Oh, lets the big right hand go. Weaves really low. And then hooks up.
Break, don't punch, break.
Seemed to hit him with a nice body shot.
Back, don't punch. And keep your head up above the waist, okay?
Head got to be up above the waist. Calls our centre referee, Malcolm Bullner. Kimweri shakes it off whenever he gets hit, and in defiance says to Petalcorin, you haven't hurt me, nothing's working. Game of psychology in
big nice hook there by
play
Randy.
in centre ring as well.
Oh, there you go.
Nice turning.
There you go, Julian. He heard you. He needed to be first, controlling the center, but he went first on that one.
That's what he's got to do. I think he's hitting him and hurting him to the body.
That left hand stands down now. Pretty much almost going to take that jab out when you're in that position. You cannot throw an effective jab from that stance for mine.
Doing a Mayweather.
Yeah, if I was him here, I'll start leading now with the with his left and coming with a right hook.
Yeah. Yep. Good strategy. Bring distraction with the rear, and then hook it through with the lead.
Oh, beautiful. Straight down the pipe.
Counter rear hand. Just stunning Kimweri momentarily.
Don't hold.
Weaves down again.
Keep working.
And they keep working.
Break, step back.
Randy's controlled the center of the ring here 90% of this fight, but he hasn't been first. He would have found more success if he would have been controlling the center and being first at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice jab.
Kimweri now gone back to southpaw again. And to me, when he goes into southpaw, he just doesn't look confident or powerful.
Let him go. Let him go. Get him free. Get him free.
You know,
Get him free.
it's obviously they're doing it to throw Petalcorin's focus, but I think it just throws their flow a little bit when they do it. Now back to orthodox. Now back to southpaw. Switch hitting now. Kimweri.
Break it up. Break it up.
There it is.
12 round, gentlemen.
Please touch close.
A lot of respect being shown here at the end.
Right here.
12th and final round on Mark the Hammer Castellini. And of course, with my two championship co-commentators calling the action here. WBC strap on the line. The champ, Julian Holland. What are you thinking? What's your thoughts? As they go,
This is how they want it.
the red corner.
This is how they want it.
He's leaning on him. Geez, he survives. He's such a survivor, Kimweri. And Jose Lopez, you've seen many a fight in your day, my friend. How do you rate this one?
Oh my goodness, man! It's been a great battle so far, but even with the point being taken away, I got Kimweri winning this so far.
So Petalcorin needs a stoppage.
Yeah, I think so.
Julian, as a championship fighter yourself, and you've seen so many fights. Oh! He takes a trip down to that bottom rope again and propels himself upward off it. Keeps working, keep working.
That could have been huge for him if he got that takedown. I mean,
If this is a 10-8, if you get a 10-8 round.
Randy needs to stay aggressive here.
Yeah.
If he has any chance to try to get a split decision.
He has to let everything go. Petalcorin has shown some boxing excellence in his technique, but perhaps the power has gone the way of the Aussie Kimweri. Julian, what are you thinking?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Kimweri, I've got him in front, but you know, there's some big shots.
Just a slip.
I think they're after like a 10-8 round. If they can get him down this round, that's what
they're aiming for that 10-8. I think they're back in the game with a 10-8.
Yeah.
Geez, have a look at the right side of Kimweri's face. It is bruised and battered. Have a look at the swelling on the right, under the right cheekbone of Kimweri.
Yeah.
The massive hematoma under that right eye.
If I was Randy's corner, I'll tell him keep pushing forward. Let's try to get this knockdown.
That's the only option he has, the red corner.
Let's not wait.
Who will it be, folks? How are you scoring it at home? In this ultra-tuned WBC World Championship bout, something special we are witnessing here tonight at the Melbourne Pavilion.
Break. That is on the call.
Kimweri's corner yelling to him to finish strong.
Well, he certainly is. Comes in again with that big bolo right hand. Rights and lefts. Swing from the hip, Kimweri. Petalcorin back to the straight line attacks that he's renowned for. Looks to cut off Kimweri. The big shots, the big shots.
They're going to both finish strong here.
Slugging it out, slugging it out here.
Good championship fight here.
There it is, folks. 12 rounds of the best. WBC World Championship fight action. Brought to you by Ultra Tune and Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, this WBC silver vacant title, we've gone to a split decision. Our first judge scored it 114 to 113, Petalcorin. Our second judge, 115, 112, Kimweri. Our third judge, 115, 112, our winner and new WBC vacant blue corner,
Oh, a bit of premature celebration from Petalcorin.